Afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Two Crazy Guys in One Crazy Crypto World, bringing you our daily podcast that brings you, the uninitiated baby boomer, Gen X and Gen Ys out there, the daily updates on the crypto markets, as well as the crypto news of the day. So join us, Stacey and Chris, your Two Crazy Guys, for your crazy daily crypto updates.
Good
morning, Mr. Bosel.
Good morning, mate. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. What about you?
Oh, look, not too bad. Yeah, still not 100%. Taking, as you well know, it takes a little while to get over that dreaded man flu, or whatever the hell it was.
It does indeed. And here you go. Here's our first technological challenge for the day. Now that your picture has reappeared there, I was so focused on getting our morning blurb out today because we forgot it yesterday.
Yes.
Right, that I was waiting for the music, and I went. And I've just clicked the go live Facebook button now. So once more, ladies and gentlemen, those on Facebook, you missed that part.
Well, I think YouTube Live is actually, I think YouTube Live's working.
Well, that's good because, as always, we will put the link for the YouTube version in the Facebook feed. That was hilarious. And also, we are posting on Patreon every day, so don't forget that you can subscribe to us there. And the Patreon has the YouTube link and all of the show notes and everything else as well.
It will. Absolutely, it will.
So, mate, what's happened overnight? How are our markets going?
Well, look, it's been, I probably need to share that with you, I suppose, if you want to see it.
It would be, so they don't have to just look at us. Well, handsome as we are.
I can see it fine. I don't know what your problem is. Sure.
Oh, what a lovely black screen. Sure. There you go, 9531.8. That is pretty flat from yesterday. If you have a look, ladies and gentlemen, at that top line there at number one, it's 0.1 down from yesterday. So it's pretty similar. In fact, you could say it hasn't really moved because at some stages during our podcast yesterday it was 9499.
Yeah, so. Yes. It's been up and down a little bit, but pretty much we're right where we were
yesterday. So that's it from us. We're going home now because nothing's changed.
Yeah, but there is certainly some. Even though we look like we're at the same point we were yesterday. It has in fact had a little bit of volatility over the 24 hours and moved a little bit. Not as much as it did the day before, mind you, but we certainly had a little bit. And so as we look across the top 10, we have had a bit of a jump up with Bitcoin Cash for some reason. No one knows. It just does that, right?
It does. Bitcoin Cash does that. It just booms and busts, booms and busts, booms and busts.
You got to wonder what's moving that stuff. Same with Bitcoin SV. It does the same sort of thing. Goes up and down for no apparent reason.
Yep.
It's just hanging on to its top 10 position there at number 9. But look, most of the top 10 are certainly down for the 24 hours. And in fact, down for the week. We've got a couple there. EOS has managed to just hold in the green for the week. Yes. And so has Bitcoin Cash, probably thanks to its recent 4.7 rise.
Yep.
So not a lot to report across the market. The market cap sitting at 266 billion. So yeah, very similar.
Yeah, it was 265 yesterday, wasn't it? So
yeah, not much happening in that space. Not much happening in that space at all. So.
But you have a look over on the right-hand side of the screen there, ladies and gentlemen, the last 7 days. This always amazes me. Don't worry about looking too far down the page because you get the gist really from the top couple. Look at the similarity between the charts.
Yeah.
So if anyone tells you that they don't follow the Bitcoin trend, except, of course, number 8, Tether, which is just flat all the time, don't believe them because most of those charts, they could be written for the same coin.
Yeah, they do. There's no doubt that Bitcoin definitely is still the big daddy.
Yeah,
it still leads the way, and there's a lot of talk around the Twitter spheres and those sort of places around when the altcoin big bull run's going to start, and that's they expect look, in past performance, Bitcoin sort of led the way by about a good 6 months.
Yeah.
And then the altcoin market really catch up. At least that's what happened. That's what's happened in previous big bull markets. So
I don't think as many altcoins will boom as last time. I think some of the altcoins, maybe the top 50 or whatever, will go. Take a bit of a run.
You know what?
The odd one.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. I think there's still such a low percentage of the population that's been involved in this, and I think we've still got another couple of big FOMO-led bull runs to come when a lot of the mainstream people start to get involved. And I certainly believe that 98% of those coins are crap. There's no doubt about it, mate. They don't deserve to be invested in. But
you mean those 5,277 the coin kept so
exactly.
You're saying that most of them are rubbish now. How can you say
I know. I'm such a pessimist.
Yes, but someone's buying them. That's the catch. But it may just be the family of the people who invented them. Look, they're doing it.
I'm sure, they're probably trying to get all their family and friends involved.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
As you would, why not? So, but yeah, look, I have no doubt, to be honest, that the next big bull run will bring in a whole bunch of money again, and stupid money, and a lot of these shit coins, as we like to call them, will get plenty of money thrown at them for some crazy reason. So, but interesting article that. And this has been talked about for the last good week or two, the impending, what they call a golden cross.
That was an interesting one this morning.
Look, and it's just more technical analysis, a whole bunch of ways to slice and dice it. And I had a friend send me a similar article as well a couple of days ago. And actually, I forgot to, Patrick, if you're listening, sorry, mate, I meant to reply to your message. I just totally remembered that I forgot.
Yeah.
Damn, I'll have to do that after this. But look, it's just, if we look at it, I'll actually pull that up on the chart. I did open it up so that you can, so it can be viewed. And that's the 3-day chart. This green line that you see down here is the is the 200 moving average, and this yellow one here is the 50 moving average. And as you can see, it's crossing. Well, it has now actually crossed. And
it has crossed.
It has actually crossed.
There you go.
So and a lot of technical people that believe in technical analysis said it's a very strong bull sign, and if you look at past performance, it could be considered that, and it's just another indicator that is showing that the trend is going up. But that's really all it's telling us.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's funny though, because you read these articles where people use these technical analysis tools and indicators. And they'll say one thing, and then and there's another one here where it says Bitcoin may drop to 4,000 in a wildcard move, right? And this guy's another analyst.
Well, you know what? It says there the bulls could be walking into a massive trap. There, could you imagine if all the bulls that it drops to 4,000, if they buy more Bitcoin before it starts its bull run again? Geez, they'd be sad if they can dollar price average their, that's what it's called, isn't it? Dollar price average their...
Dollar cost averaging.
Dollar cost average their things, and then make more money. Oh, terrible.
Yeah, he's just basically looked at a couple of different scenarios, both bullish and bearish, using a few different scenarios. And one of the scenarios, that was a loud noise. What was that?
That was just my other computer deciding to restart.
Oh, okay.
It does that sometimes.
Okay, fair enough.
It does. It's just very, very clever like that. It'll just go, I need a break for a second.
I get that. We all need a reset.
Yeah.
Look, so this article, he just he looked at a number of different scenarios, and one of them was this what he called the wildcard scenario, where it could potentially drop down between 4 to 6,500.
Yeah.
And that's all. It's a bit, to be honest, a bit of clickbait. But the interesting thing about it all is that, and the thing about technical analysis is so much of it is so subjective.
Yeah.
Right? And if you read 5 different analysts' reports, you'll come away with 5 different viewpoints just about.
Yeah, off the same chart. That's
off the same chart.
It's like you and I were talking about before, ladies and gents. We were just having a little chat before we came online about how charting analysis can be. It's like any statistical thing; it can be taken in multiple ways, and it stems from the days before the internet, where people who wanted to invest in shares went off to a broker to buy shares, and so the brokers would have done all the analysis, and they'd tell you what was good and what was bad. But then along came the internet and things like E-Trade, and suddenly mums and dads could buy shares without having to go to a broker. And it brought in what's called the emotional buying and selling, the day trading. So everything changed. Algorithms on charting needed to change. Analysis on charting needed to change, and that's what they've done. So charting is a great tool, but you always got to look at it. It's like anything. There's 2 ways to read it, or 20 ways to read it in the case of charting.
It's very subjective. I mean,
yeah.
But the other thing I sort of note is that if a lot of analysts are using the same indicators, it can be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because they're all sort of using the same levels, same buy points, same sell points, etc., etc. So it's interesting. I mean, look, some of them are built off crowd psychology, right? And there's certainly over the years they have proven to be reasonably accurate. Sorry, especially in the traditional markets. And but of course, as we know, Bitcoin and altcoins are certainly not very traditional. And,
really? I thought they were traditional.
And just a little volatile.
They're a traditional market.
Well, look, probably in 20 years we'll be saying that, right?
Yeah.
They'll be the everyday. And why do we think in 20 years we'll be saying that? Well,
because they'll still be here.
Well, they'll be here because there's a whole bunch of stuff happening in the current financial system that does not look pretty.
Yeah, that's very true.
So there's a couple of articles we've got here. One is the continued talk around negative interest rates. And
I know it's becoming actually quite prolific in all the economic.
It is.
Once you
start looking at it, everyone's talking about it, and it's it's a crazy concept to even consider. But here it is. We've already got countries that are in negative interest rate territory, and as we watch our rates go lower, we think, well, we're at 1% now, and if we do go into a recession, which quite feasibly we could be in right now, they traditionally will drop interest rates around 5% to increase, to stimulate the economy, to help bring things back. Well, if we're already at 1% and we need to drop 5%, it's like, where are we going to go, guys?
Yeah.
So